Hey guys, it's British Boy Jay here back again with another video, and we finally gotten some reveals for the summer 2018 Solo A Star Wars Story sets. The first one is the Imperial AT-Hauler. Now I remember when this thing was first unveiled with some preliminary images, Garrett and I didn't even believe that it was a real Lego set. The front of it kind of looked like the AT-DP as well as the Lego Beast, which is weird that they're kind of sticking with that design through so many different things. But at last, here it is, and of course it made a pretty important appearance in the movie. Now some of the figures that come in this are Val, which is very nice to get because we didn't have her before, Rio, two of Dryden's guards, and Kira, and what looks like her furry coat that she wears on Vandor, which is a pretty good minifigure selection, I think. The only weird thing is that it doesn't come with Dryden, and also that it comes with Dryden's guards. I guess trying to hijack the AT-Hauler, when in the movie they did not do that at all. So that's an interesting part of the set. I wonder if that originally they had planned for Dryden to be trying to hijack the crew. I'm not sure. This movie went through a lot of reshoots. But anyways, it's nice to see that this set is actually going to be a thing. I thought it played a pretty important role in the movie, and it'd be also very interesting to see if people can come up with some mods to actually connect walkers to this, whether it be the AT-ST or maybe even an AT-AT, although I'm not really sure if this set is meant to even carry an AT-AT. One of the mods that I can really see people doing right off the bat is adding some sort of like cords or strings to it to be able to replicate the way that it carries the cargo container. The way that the Lego set is kind of configured to carry it is really not correct at all, which I can understand. They probably wanted to go with a more stable build as opposed to doing the cords, but that'd be something that you can add to the set yourself and then actually make it more accurate. So all in all, I think it's a pretty solid looking set. I'm actually super excited to get a Val figure, so that's going to be really cool and completing the crew that Han Solo joins. Next up is going to be the Conveyex train transport. So this thing was one of the more interesting parts of the movie just because we've never seen a proper train in a Star Wars film, and also because the train is kind of mirrored on both sides of the track. It's a kind of like a double cargo system. This was obviously not replicated in the Lego set for good reason. I can totally understand why, but what I think is the most important thing that we're getting in this set are the two I guess you'd call them the range troopers, the guys with the furry coats and the big boots. The big boots aren't really seen in the Lego set, which, I mean, I guess their boots are already white, so you couldn't really use dual molding to make that look apparent, but I don't know, maybe some footprinting would have been nice, but that is a really nitpicky thing on what is otherwise a very nice looking figure. Honestly, when I first saw the design for this character, I was really put off by it. I didn't understand why not just use a snow trooper. It seemed like they were just adding a new trooper just because, when there really was already a trooper that made sense for the context of the scene. But having seen their purpose in the movie, for one, they weren't really that important at all. They didn't have more than a minute of screen time, but then also I guess the important thing about them was that they did have the magnetic boots that helped them stick to the train, so I can give them a pass on this. And I honestly think that the Lego figures look a little bit better than the actual design. So all in all, I am really happy to get these figures, and I'm also really happy to get the Han Solo and Chewbacca figures with the goggles on. It seems that after these two sets come out, you'll be able to really fully complete the scene that the Conveyex with the transport above it, and as well as the Enfys swoop bike set that is going to be coming out as well. So that's going to finish up my thoughts on these sets, guys. All in all, I think both of them are very cool. The Conveyex is honestly something that I don't really see myself building, just because, you know, the actual train in the movie is double-sided. This one is not. It wouldn't capture the scene enough for me. I would probably want to do a mock or something that would actually replicate the entire scene, but I think the figure selection across both of the sets are both top notch. So let me know what you guys think about these sets. I am personally a big fan of them, and I can't wait for them to come out. This is going to be the end of the video, guys, so like I always say, if you like what I do, go ahead, support the video by hitting the like button, and support the channel by hitting the subscribe button, and I'll be back again very soon.